the bot battle begins. Sawblaze gets underneath and already the Sawblaze is moving to 3-1. I guess that's how the fight goes. Sawblaze 3-1 with a quick victory over Snowfall.
Knockout.
It was over in a few seconds. Sawblaze got underneath and the screws just did the rest. The bot battle begin. A control bot who's been only involved in knockouts and a spinner who's only been involved in judges' decisions. While Swamp Thing has gotten Scimitar to the screws, they have lost their wedge. The Scimitar is stuck in there, but he comes back down, and now Scimitar is on his face. Welcome to the world of knockout, Scimitar. He's on the receiving end. Swamp Thing will rise to 3-1 as Scimitar's season goes down the drain. Well, Scimitar got a few good hits at the beginning, but Swamp Thing got them into the screws. And once Scimitar came down, they were stuck on their face, leading to potentially another opening in the round of 32. Let the bot battle begin. 2-1 and 2 bots desperate to keep their seasons alive. And Duck is taking the hits from Eye of the Storm so far and is getting good rams in, good control getting underneath. Oh, big pop there. Now Duck really getting underneath Eye of the Storm once again. Oh, big hit between the two bots. As Eye of the Storm getting sent flying by its own weapon and also sending Duck for his little spin as well with each of these hits. But who is really going to break down or get in a bad position from these hits? Now Eye of the Storm was in a bad position there, but it managed to get out and lands a few more big blows to Duck. As Eye of the Storm with another push. Oh my goodness, a massive hit, and the wedge has been ripped in half and off of the bot. Duck sees this going down, and there goes an entire wheel of Duck. All of a sudden, Duck is breaking down, and there goes the beak. Any hope of resistance that Duck had has gone down the drain as Eye of the Storm just waiting to continue to land shots, trying to rip off that second wheel and just finish this fight. A second knockout victory might just propel him for the tournament, and just massive hits like these. And there goes the wheel. There goes the wheel. Eye of the Storm rises to 2-2, leaving an impressive case for the selection committee in its final fight. As for Duck, its season is toast. Started out this fight in a good position, deflecting Eye of the Storm and getting some good control at times, but it ultimately did not matter in the end as those hits began to wear down the weaker frame of Duck, and eventually that wedge was torn to pieces and ripped off of the robot. Then the wheel came off, and then the lifter came off, and after that it was only a matter of time before Duck was immobilized, meaning Eye of the Storm won by KO. Let the bot battle begin. Oh, Bite Force already getting underneath Jade Dragon. Oh, and there's a good hit. And that spinner just deflects right off that wedge, and now Jade Dragon is in the screws. Bite Force in control to start this fight. Let's see if Jade Dragon can find a counter as Bite Force just keeps taking control. And here's that bar not doing much against Jade Dragon. Oh, they spin around, and Bite Force capitalizes on that error. Bite Force 2015 is like, whoa, that's a big deflection there, and Jade Dragon really is struggling in this fight. And now, they're in the pit.
Knockout.
This fight went over quickly and very dominantly. Bite Force was able to tank the hits from that spinner. Jade Dragon really couldn't do anything, and Bite Force just dictated that fight, using Jade Dragon's spinner against it to throw it off balance, and then use that wedge and lifter to eventually force the green Ghost Raptor into the pit for the instant win. Let the battle of the hammers begin. Shatter getting the ground game advantage early, slipping underneath Red Blow's forks and bringing down its hammer. Though the hits are doing nothing and the tip has already come off, but its half-high centered Red Blow and allowed Shatter to easily get underneath and put Red Blow in the screws. Unintentional genius by Shatter. And they are taking control of the earliest parts of this fight. If the ground game continues like this, Shatter will have an easy victory as they lift Red Glow over themselves but lose a fork in the process. Now Red Glow's in the screws again, and they're jammed in there. That's going to take a toll on Swedge, as we've seen before in Red Glow's fights. But that's not going to matter. But that may not matter if Shatter continues to, if those screws do eventually throw Red Glow out of the arena. And Shatter, oh, he gets Red Glow up on the screws again, and it looks like Red Glow's gonna need to be unstuck, but the screws instead throw him out of the arena. Red Glow will end up with a miserable 1-3 season, as Shatter's tournament hopes are still somewhat intact at 2-2. Shatter had complete control despite they were the lower bot, and especially with the head of the hammer getting stuck underneath Red Glow, they really took control. They threw Red Glow into the screw several times, just kept up their attack, and eventually, with some hits, they got Red Glow jammed, and then the screws reversed and threw him out. The main event begin. One of the top bots in this competition versus one of the luckiest bots, and Tantrum has already ripped the tip off of Bronco's flipper. Oh, big shot there. And now the flipper of Bronco appears to be stuck, but now it falls back down. It seems to be okay at the moment. Oh, and already a wedge has come off of Bronco, and that flipper looks bent. Tantrum is taking control of this fight early and showing off what it has done before. There's another great attack, and another good ram to the screws, but those self-righting fists of Tantrum are very damaged. And now the flipper of Bronco is really damaged, so it might not even matter. Bronco switching to its back wedge in order to try and absorb the damage more easily from Tantrum. They lasted long enough against Bite Force to squeak out a win somehow, but Tantrum is a very different beast, and they're just taking control, getting great hits on Bronco so far. And there's another turnover of Bronco. Oh, but now Bronco gets some success just like he did against Bite Force. But Bronco's been so lucky this season. He does not want to get sued by Cobalt, Same Day Delivery, Bite Force, and Tantrum. So far we have not been sued, so he does free Tantrum. So far Bronco has not been sued yet. This is good for the bot. But they do save Tantrum, but I don't think they'll save him again, considering the damage that Tantrum is capable of doing, and just how powerful that spinner is. It's so powerful. It's just so small, and there are other spinners like this one is just incredible. I don't know why this bot can get such good airtime on its opponents, but it just can. Bronco's back wedge has absorbed the blows, and its weight has prevented it from flying so far. But Tantrum is starting to get bigger hits in. Oh, just like that, a massive hit. And now the flipper comes off Bronco, decreasing its weight, and Tantrum is slowly breaking down Bronco. Oh, that bar going flying, and now it's on its face. We're starting to reach the close of this fight. There's a good shot by Tantrum, sending Bronco completely into the air. Oh, and there's another big pop. Oh, a massive hit from Tantrum, somehow getting Bronco completely in air. And now Bronco takes even more damage. They've just been flying. Oh, massive hit there again. And oh my goodness, what a final shot to finish this out. Tantrum nearly went to the judges, but it will end its record with an Uda at 4-0. The tip of Bronco's flipper coming off was only a start to things to come. That flipper was a non-factor during this fight, as Tantrum disabled it early, or at least severely damaged its tip, and then just capitalized. Bronco did manage to flip Tantrum, but due to the luck it's already had, decided to free it to avoid getting sued, and Tantrum just kept slaughtering it after that, ripping off half of the flipper entirely and just sending Bronco into the air quite easily. He's just showing how powerful Tantrum is, and even though Nemesis had an impressive season, Tantrum might be even better. Just considering this last few hits, Tantrum may be the #1 seed.